Alright, good morning. Alright, today's August 4th. So let's look at what happened Friday. So Friday I said that that if we were opening around here, and I said that this was a previous area where we accepted prices before, right? We had this whole previous area of acceptance, and I said that when you come back after breaking out of that area, we have this area was perceived as the discount area, and this area was perceived as the premium area. So if you're a buyer, you were gonna wait for the low side of the range to wait, right? So, and that's what we saw. We saw an open that couldn't fill the gap, and then we kept dropping, and then we found buyers at the 62.40 area. I think I had the 62.60 as my first minor support, and then I mentioned somewhere between 20 and 40. I know it's a big range, but we bounced right at this after taking this previous lows here. Actually, this is wrong. I don't know why I have this here, but this should be here. After taking this low and then bounce at this high volume node. Hold on one second. Actually, no, that was correct. I don't know why it's not. Anyway, so now we have this large range from Friday. It's about almost 59 points. And then Sunday night we opened and we started moving through the range, and now we broke above value area high from Friday, and now we're trading right at this spike, right at the excess of Friday, and we have this large gap all the way to 63.58 through 63.12. We're probably gonna find some sellers somewhere in here. We do have the weekly pivot excuse me, right here at 63.20 to 24 and the monthly pivot up here at the 63.50 area. So the scenarios for today are, first of all, this high is very likely to break, since we got almost there, right? But we didn't quite get there. We're very close. NQ looks like it's about to take the high too. Excuse me. So I'm looking at, well, one scenario is that we break these highs and then we find sellers. We have the 21 EMA here. We have the weekly pivot. So if we're not able to hold above the weekly pivot or this area, then that will be a look above and fell, and that's a good spot. We're too short because we're going to have a very defined risk, and the targets below are, first one would be the single prints from the overnight session right here at 62.94, and then from there we got to watch to see if we come back inside Friday's value, right? If we accept inside Friday's value, which is at 62.81, then we can see a trigger of the value area rule, which says that if we accept inside the previous session's value, then we're likely to see a sweep through the value, and then the target becomes value area low. Of course, before that we have the point of control at 62.65, but as long as we accept below this area, then I'm expecting a sweep through value. Now, if this holds, we could have different scenarios, right? One could be that we accept somewhere in this area, right? And we are not able to get through this 21 EMA. In that case, we can attempt to get inside value and then maybe balance somewhere around here. and then have like higher value compared to Fridays. The other scenario is that we break inside this area, which in my opinion, this I see it as a transition area, right? So between 63.56 and 63.20, right? We're kind of like stuck in the middle of the monthly pivot, the weekly pivot, and you can see that we have this area where we have a couple of sessions where we transition from the lower distribution to the upper distribution. So that could be another scenario where we just break and then hold somewhere around here. We could fill the gap still and then come back in here. So that's another scenario. The third scenario, which is in my opinion the less likely scenario, is that we fill the gap right away and then we accept inside Thursday's value and then we start squeezing higher. If that's the case, we can see a huge squeeze. I don't see it happening today, but that's, you know, we want to watch once if we get here, we want to watch for acceptance or rejection of value area for this session. Look how value is in this section. It's very, you know, it's not it's not a regular distribution. This is a trend day, right? So we have the value is very elongated here. The shape is very it's not, you know, we need to revisit this and clear that up if we get into this area, right? But anyway, so for now, watch the open, watch where this levels Friday's high, the pivot at 63.20. See if we can if we hold above the highs, go with a break, and then, but I'm expecting sellers somewhere in this here. The first sellers I'm expecting to see are around the 63.20, 63.25, this whole area, and then see if we get back inside Friday's range, then I'm looking for a short with a stop at the high of the day. Now, if we get below and we sweep the value, and then we're able to break below Friday's value again, then I'm gonna look for the low from Friday to be retested, and then see if we can push into the 62.23 area where we can see a bounce here. You can see that this is a support area. This July lows is here. So here, to me, this is a buy around the 62.20, 62.10. All right. Thank you. Similar structure. Same thing. We have a gap. We have the weekly pivot with the monthly pivot. And I'm looking for the same scenario, right? Like look above and fell, could trigger this move back to inside value from Friday. If that holds, look for a move into this transition area. First target up, if we get above the weekly pivot, is the 220 area. Actually, the 200 area, 23,200. You see, we have the 200, the 20 daily moving average, and this high volume cluster, not cluster, but area. So 23,200 would be the first area to target if we hold above Friday's high. Okay, crude. So crude, I mentioned Friday that if we lose the 200 again, that we're gonna go back into this distribution. I've been talking about the 68.40 as support, that if that breaks, then looking to come back into this the lower distribution. And now we're back here. The 20-day point of control is slightly below at 65.30. So that should be the first immediate target to the downside. And then we have some support here at the 64.80 area, but you know, this could be looked at as a look above and fail, so we should see this lows retested 64.80 area. So first target the 20-day point of control, second target 64.80 area. Gold. Okay, if you look at my video from a few days ago, called at 33.20. We got the bounce, got back to the 20-day point of control, and now we're just reversing this downtrend. So first area of resistance is 34.40 to 45. You can see this low volume node here in the 20-day profile. So this is the first area of support, of resistance. If we're not able to break this area, I'm gonna look for a move back to the 3400s. If we get above it, then we have these highs that haven't been retested yet. So looking for the continuation of that move into that 3500s. That's pretty much it. And today there's no many news. What do we have? We have factory orders at 10 a.m. And durable goods revised. Then we have a bill auction 6 months and 3 months at 11:30, and then that's it for the day. So that's pretty much it for today. So good luck, and see you around.